Welcome to my channel, The Spoiler Zone. Your ultimate destination for in-depth analysis and captivating breakdowns of your favorite film. Alert: this video contains spoilers. Dunkirk is a 2017 epic historical war thriller film written, directed, and co-produced by Christopher Nolan that depicts the Dunkirk evacuation of World War II from the perspectives of the land, sea, and air. It features an ensemble cast comprising Fionn Whitehead, Tom Glynn-Carney, Jack Lowden, Harry Styles in his film debut, Aneurin Barnard, James D'Arcy, Barry Keoghan, Kenneth Branagh, Cillian Murphy, Mark Rylance, and Tom Hardy. The film portrays the evacuation with little dialogue, as Nolan sought instead to create suspense through cinematography and music. Filming began in May 2016 in Dunkirk and wrapped that September in Los Angeles, when post-production began. Cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytema shot the film on IMAX 65mm and 65mm large-format film stock. Dunkirk has extensive practical effects. It employed thousands of extras as well as historic boats from the evacuation and period aeroplanes. The movie starts. In 1940, during the Battle of France, Allied soldiers retreated to Dunkirk encircled by the enemy. Tommy flees through the perimeter held by French troops to the beach, where thousands await evacuation, and helps Gibson to bury a body. After Luftwaffe dive bombers attack, they attempt to board a hospital ship at the single, vulnerable mole available for embarking on deep draft ships, by rushing a wounded man on a stretcher but are ordered off. They overhear Commander Bolton, Colonel Winant, and a rear admiral discuss the best way to get their army evacuated. The ship is sunk by dive bombers. Tommy saves a Highlanders Regiment soldier, Alex. The three board a destroyer, but it is hit by a torpedo before it can depart. Gibson saves Tommy and Alex as the ship sinks, and they return to the beach. The Royal Navy requisitions civilian vessels in England to get to Dunkirk. In Weymouth, civilian sailor Dawson, with his son Peter, set out in his boat Moonstone rather than let the Navy commandeer her. Their teenage hand George joins them on impulse. In the English Channel, they save a shivering shell-shocked soldier from a ship destroyed by a U-boat. Realizing that Dawson is going for Dunkirk, the soldier panics and Peter locks him up. The soldier escapes, urging them to turn back, and tries to wrest control of the boat. In the scuffle, he elbows George, who suffers a head injury that blinds him. As the soldier dwells on his actions, George reveals to Peter he came hoping to do something noteworthy. 3 Royal Air Force Spitfires fly towards Dunkirk to provide cover for the evacuation, limited to 1 hour of operation by their fuel supply. They engage in a dogfight with an enemy fighter. One of the pilots, Ferrier, has his fuel gauge smashed by another fighter. He and the second Spitfire pilot, Collins, determine that their leader has gone down and fly on. The crew of the Moonstone witness the 2 RAF pilots protect a minesweeper from a bomber. Collins's Spitfire is hit by a fighter and he ditches. Although trapped in his canopy as the plane sinks, Collins is saved by Peter. Tommy, Alex, and Gibson and Highlanders soldiers hide in a grounded trawler in the intertidal zone outside the perimeter, waiting for the rising tide. After its Dutch sailor returns, Germans start shooting at the boat for target practice, and water enters through the bullet holes. Alex, attempting to lighten the boat, accuses Gibson, who has been silent, of being a German spy. Gibson reveals he is French. He took the identity of the British soldier he buried. The group abandons the sinking boat, but Gibson is entangled in a chain and drowns. Ferrier chooses to continue aiding the evacuation, despite realizing that he will never make it home. The destroyer is bombed and sinks, as Moonstone maneuvers to save men in the water, including Alex, as the shivering soldier starts helping. Peter finds George is dead, Asked by the shivering soldier, he says George will be fine. Ferrier shoots the bomber down. Its crash ignites oil on the water, but Peter saves Tommy. Ferrier reaches Dunkirk just as his fuel runs out. Gliding, he shoots down a dive bomber approaching the mole and is cheered on by the troops. Ferrier lands his Spitfire on the beach beyond the perimeter, burns it and calmly awaits capture. Dawson has the boat evade aerial attack, using a technique taught by his deceased elder son, a pilot lost at the start of the war. With 300,000 men successfully evacuated, Commander Bolton stayed to oversee the French evacuation. In Weymouth, the shivering soldier sees George's body and exchanges a glance with Dawson as he and Collins depart. Tommy and Alex board a train with other soldiers and are heralded by the public at Woking. Tommy reads Churchill's address, encouraging Britain to fight on. Peter arranges for the media to eulogize George. What I understand from the film is Dunkirk is a gripping and immersive portrayal of one of the defining moments of World War II, capturing the harrowing realities of war and the indomitable spirit of those who fought and survived. Subscribe and comment for more videos like this, and thank you for watching.